So I said that we had another upcoming event going on, and we are starting here in the pages of Uncanny X-Men 235. This, for those of you that are trying to hunt down single floppies and whatnot, or not single, yeah, single floppies, those things, and wanting to get X-Men history, this is the first appearance of Genosha. And at this point, the fall of the mutants have happened, and I don't think Inferno's happened yet. Hold on, let's kind of dive into this. For those of you that don't know, this is the beginning. These are preludes to the X-Tinction Agenda. And yes, I was able to go to my local library, found this at another branch, ordered it. Now we dive into it through the whole canonical. I'm using that word right. Now, if you guys want to know what's been happening up to this point, pause, read this because it gives you an excellent breakdown on everything that's been going on from the death of Doug Ramsey to the fall of the mutants, why they are in the Australian outback. And with that said, let's dive into issue 235. Welcome to Genosha, a green and pleasant land of hope and opportunity where the watchword is freedom. This is the present. This is the world. Run pretty far, huh, baby boy? But not to be scared. Almost done. Not far left to go. This is Chris Claremont writing. Rick Leonardi doing the pens. P. Craig Russell doing the inks. Tom Orzechowski doing the lettering. Bob Harris, editor, and Tom DeFalco, editor-in-chief. This is a mutant trying to flee Genosha. And it's just heartbreaking to see that he has to leave his son. Don't mind, don't matter. So long as you're safe, baby boy. This big flyer will take you far, far away to a place where our kind lives free, where you'll be happy. I'll miss you, baby boy. I wish I could go too. Be brave. This poor guy, shot down. He's down, but still breathing. Impossible. We hit him with everything we had. Engineer brains his mutants tough, which is why magistrates are trained to be tougher. Notify Security Council. Mission accomplished. Escape attempt terminated. 2 days later, half a world away, we see the fallout of what happened, where people of Genosha are trying to find the baby that this man was trying to save from Genoshan dictatorship. And these characters here, we find out that they are not up to no. Where does it say? Hold on a second. It's not here yet. Essentially, this is Madeline Pryor, and this is a girl named what is her name? Jenny Armstrong, I think. I forget. Ransom. Jenny Ransom. And they are essentially flying to be like to help people in need, essentially what it is. She goes, "Hi, I'm Nurse Ransom. Where's the patient?" "Sorry, miss." "No, but I'm afraid you are summoned here under false pretenses. We're the press gang, Jenny Ransom from Genosha, and we've come to take you home." And so Madeline's trying to call for a mayday, realizing that they've been set up. And this character, oh my God, she just picks up the airplane and chunks it like a little toy. Engine's hot, fuel cans ruptured, can already smell the gas. Gotta go, won't take much for the fire. Just in old school Claremont fashion. "Pilot inside. You can't do this. I'm a naturalized Australian citizen." "You know the law, miss. Genoshans knowledge, no other citizenship but its own. Whatever you claim, Genoshans by birth means Genoshans for life. Fact is, your country needs you. And you're going to do your duty whether you like it or not." This guy's name, I believe, is Pipeline, and he essentially, kind of like Star Trek style, teleports people right there on the fly. So she is back in Genosha, clean and clear. The X-Men come, and at this point, they use Gateway to teleport across the world so that they can strike without really being seen. And I just love how all the X-Men come on the scene. They use Wolverine to try to hunt down Madeline's smell. And when they get to their destination, they're like, he says, "Weird. Madeline and Jenny's scents are old, but the other three comparatively fresh, as though they all got on the plane together, and then our two gals vanished." So they're in the heart of Australia, off of the shores of Genosha. This leads Rogue and Wolverine to a hospital, pediatrics wing to be more specific, so you can kind of see where this is going. "Wolverine, we can't start a fight here." "I know, girl. I remember San Francisco, but this is where the trail leads." "Pediatrics, what do these creeps want with the babies?" "I'm sorry, this is a restricted area." Don't bother me none, babe. Wolvie, she's a bad guy, darling. And she tries to sock Rogue. She goes, my hand, his jaw, it's like I hit steel. Actually, Sugar, it's way harder than that. No problem. I'll flatten him like I flatten. I'll do the likewise to you. I'm afraid not. You won't. And so Rogue takes down this mutant who's essentially can bulk up. So Rogue bulks up at that point. And at this point, all hell just essentially breaks loose against the X-Men and the Genoshan army in the streets of Sydney, Australia. And oh my God, guys, the dialogue, the action, the magistrates are dazzled, blinded, even with their eyes closed. And of course, by the time their vision clears, it's too late. Of course, this is another reason why I have a lot of respect for Storm, because at this point, she is the leader of the X-Men, no other. She had to traverse this all on her own to get a operable base so that the X-Men can work. And I loved Longshot at this point. What do you call it? The magistrates are hunting, and he just goes, peekaboo, I see you. Huh? Who said that? We did. Sweet mother of mercy. Of course, Peter is just in full form. And this is another thing that I miss from modern X books, where they would explain their powers in seriousness and not make it jokey. So, for example, we're talking about Longshot here. Most grenades have 7-second fuses, but the fact is, once the pins pull, they can blow up at any time. Longshot doesn't consider that. He trusts his miraculous luck and moves like the blazes, as does Dazzler. Bad guys have more guns. Do they mean to shoot us while our backs are turned? Realization and response are instantaneous. Ow, my hand! He spiked my pistol! And then Colossus just hugs the grenade. They didn't care who they hurt. As long as they got us, like Havoc said, nice bunch of fellas. The longer this lasts, the greater the danger of that happening. Then, comrades, let us end this battle once and for all. And gorgeous work by Leonardi here in the art team. Beautiful splash page, and I miss this lineup. And I love this style of Dazzler. Gorgeous, gorgeous work. Now, this all leads up to the magistrates being defeated, but there's a cost. If you remember all the guys from the beginning that took Madeline and Ginny, they get their hands on Rogue Wolverine. And so this is a prelude, guys, because 235, what is it? The Executioner's, the X-Tinction Agenda doesn't happen for a couple more issues after this, but just kind of like a one-off to kind of introduce what's building up to it. Beautiful way to kick off this event. So if you've never read the X-Tinction Agenda in its entirety, guys, now is the time to begin. And if you've enjoyed what you've seen, please first and foremost support your local comic shop or wherever it is like to get your action figures and comics and pick up the individual issues or the collected trade. Additionally, please support your local libraries, because if they can, from other branches, can order it and you can come pick it up on your next trip to your local library. Now, if you've enjoyed this review, really would appreciate if you take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Helps the channel more than you could possibly know. And if you don't mind hitting that fancy little X bell next subscribe, that was going to get you upload content. You guys get notified. Come to the channel and I love talk with you on hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments or the socials, which I'll make sure the links down in the description. So with all that said, hope you all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading and happy hunting.